Hey there, are you a barber? Then this message is for you. This podcast episode is specifically for barbers, and I will tell you why. I am Kiné, the leading national certified counselor specializing in financial hypnotherapy for stress. Now, welcome to What Keeps You Up at Night podcast. Now, I'm making this episode specifically for barbers. Got a question. What are you doing next Monday? Then you and I need to get together, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm doing something special for barbers. I'm doing a free workshop that barbers can come to and finally let somebody pour into them. Now, this isn't where you're going to come and share your deepest, darkest secrets. Don't worry about that. It's not that kind of mental health um, session. It's a session where you get to remember, reignite, reconnect, maybe even redefine your vision for barbering. Yeah. Like you get to connect with what you see for what's next for you. Like go beyond barbering. Now, what I know about barbers, and that's what this episode is mostly about, is barbers are kind of like unpaid therapists. And they're also unappreciated. So you're going to tell me you're going to be unpaid and unappreciated? That's a slap in the face. And it's not fair and it shouldn't be happening. And that's why I'm doing what I do. Now you're like, okay, but I don't know another way. I know. And you know how I know? Because I was a barber. I was a barber many years ago. Yeah, let me just tell you. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. Can we do that? And then I'm going to go back into pouring into you. So my story is I was a barber back in 1999. Yeah, the 1900s is when I became a barber. Some of y'all wasn't even born yet. And so I became a barber because I had graduated from college and I wasn't really making a good amount of money compared to my friends who were barbers and hairstylists. And I was bored and I was unsatisfied. And I came from that industry. I was a shampoo assistant, paid my way through high school and college being a shampoo assistant, and I loved the industry. But I left because I got my degree and thought that that was what was the direction I was supposed to go in, but I missed it. So I went into the barber. I went to barber school, went into the barber shop, did that for many years, and I got burnout. I mean, really burnout and a little bored. And so I started looking for what was next, what go beyond barbering. I wanted to go beyond barbering, like many of you do. And so as I was looking for what was next, and also how would I ever retire, I found finance and I fell in love with finance. Eventually ended up at Morgan Stanley, which is one of the biggest financial companies in the world. And I loved Morgan Stanley. But my manager came to me and he says, "Hey, you do this thing outside of managing portfolios and financial plans that you're really good at. And I think you should consider doing it more." And so he gave me some time to think about it. And just as he was giving me time to think about it, I met a lady who called herself a financial therapist. And I was like, that's what I want to do. So I went back to school. A lot of people were like, oh, you could just be a life coach and do this. And I was like, no, I want more. So I went back to school, got my master's in clinical mental health counseling. And I decided to merge all of that together. So I have the mental health, I have the financial background. I mean, I was Series 7 and 66 licensed, not anymore, but I was back then when I was with Morgan Stanley. Still have my barber license. So I have all of this training, but it's everything I was doing behind the chair already. But now I'm like trained to do it. So then I thought, well, maybe I should share some of this training with barbers. But I don't know exactly what you want to learn. And so that brought me to creating the Prosperous Barber League. But before I asked you to come in and pay me money, I figured I should give you something. And that's when I created, or not created, when I decided to do this free session. So this session that I'll be doing is called a vision session. And it's something I've been doing about 10 years now. It's what I do for my clients. I typically work with business owners male business owners. And what I find is that they're incredibly stressed out, but they're not sharing that. They're just like suffering in silence and white knuckling it, they say, or grinning and bearing it because they've been told that that's just life. Life has a lot of stress. Like you just need to work through it, keep going, push through. And they have a lot of dreams and hopes and goals. And many of them want to be millionaires if they're not already. And money is their number one cause of stress. And for that reason, I take them through a 5 phase process: a vision phase, a clarity phase. So the vision phase is what we're going to do for free for barbers next Monday. And the clarity phase is what we would do in a one-on-one session. We're not going to do that in public because the clarity is about what's happened to you in the past. How did you get where you are now? We're not going to stay on the past though. That is not the work that I do. The work that I do is to get you forward, move you forward. Where do you want to go? Beyond where you have already been. And so, but we need that clarity so that we can see what's in the way, what has gotten in the way of you getting to where you want to be. And after we can do the clarity session, we do the fun part, which is the design session. And the design session is where you look at all 7 areas of the prosperity pillars and you say, this is the wealth that I want. And so wealth is bigger than just money. So wealth is money, yes, finances, but it's also health, relationships, your reputation, the legacy, reputation, legacy you want to leave. It's also the time. How do you want to spend your life? It's the location. And it also is the fun in life, your recreation, your leisure time. And so all of those things have to really sync in order for you to feel like you've made it in life. And for many of us, syncing all 7 of those areas, it feels impossible. And for some people who pour into other people, you might help other people do it, but you might find it hard to do yourself because nobody's pouring into you. Let me. So for my barbers, I want to see you next Monday. I want to hang out with you. I want to pour into you the way you pour into everyone else. I'd love to help you see your vision and open up the possibilities for you to go beyond barbering. And I know you think about this, it might be what keeps you up at night, but it could be what wakes you up in the morning. Maybe you're already on that path and you want somebody to go with you because sometimes it feels lonely. They say it's lonely at the top. I say it's lonely on the journey to the top. And so you don't have to journey by yourself. You could come into the Prosperous Barber League or not. You can just come to the free vision sessions every time I do them. But the only way you're going to know when I do them is to go ahead and register. So there is a link, probably in the description of this video or in my bio, something like that. Go to that link and register for the vision session. The next one is next Monday. But if you happen to miss that one, like you watch this video later, it's probably coming up on a Monday soon. So go ahead, click the link, register. If you somehow miss it, I will send you a replay. If you, after you watch the vision session or after you attend the vision session, you're like, I want more. I think this woman gets me and I want to hang out with her more, then you'll come into the Prosperous Barber League. I'll likely give you an invitation. There are a few people who won't be accepted in. Why? Because it's for serious barbers only. I don't want you to come in and slow down the momentum of the group. I don't want you to come in and bring negativity. This is about moving forward. This is about uh, receiving. You've already given so much. This time you're going to receive. It's your turn. It's your time. It's time for barbers to be appreciated and paid. So we'll talk about all of that once you join the Prosperous Barber League. But before that, just come to the free vision session. Let's hang out. You can ask any question you like. Ask me anything about mental health and money. If I don't know the answer, I'll know where to get the answer. In the meantime, if you have questions, you can ask them in the comments below, or you can just show up. You can just register and show up on Monday, and you can ask all your questions then. Either way, I'll see you sooner, and I love you muchly.